What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be going over how to win stacked endgames. All these games you're going to see in this video are from the Booga Cup that happened yesterday. We played both NA East and NA West, so I was like 70 ping on NA West. It was so laggy, but we did manage to get 3 wins out of our like 8 games on NA West. So there's going to be a lot to learn in this video about how to take height, how to hold height, and overall just how to win stacked games. So let's get right into it. Before I get into the tips, I just wanted to say that I did just open a community Discord for us. So if you want to join that, I'll put the link in the description for it. There's going to be a lot happening in there, so feel free to invite your friends. I want to grow that as fast as possible. So let's get back to the video. Okay, so in the background right now is the first game of the NA East Booga Cup. So we're on low ping in this game, and what I recommend doing in the first game of any tournament, whether it's a cash cup or it's just a random tournament like this, I recommend taking height in the earlier zones. I know in the background we didn't take height till like the very end of the game, but if you can take height like first moving, second moving, that is going to be so good for you because especially in trios, you can just triple spray, waste people's mats, and most people in these easy lobbies aren't going to be looking up for height to take it. In the stacked lobbies, playing height is a little risky just because a lot of people are going to be looking for it, but in these games, height is not risky at all. Like, most people don't even glance up and check. There was rifts in this, but in real games, there's no rifts, so you don't have to worry about that. If you can't get height, I recommend just staying ahead and looking back. Most people get really nervous in these. This might be like their first end game they've ever played, and they just kind of get nervous and they'll tend to miss their shots. So if you just stay ahead and spray back, you can get so many kills so fast. This was a pretty simple game for us. We ended up winning it pretty easily. I think we got like 11 kills. So let's move on to the next game. Okay, so this next game was towards the middle of the tourney. We were doing good. We were about halfway through. There was a few things we did in this game that were huge to us winning. The first thing we did was we rotated dead side. I know a lot of people talk about dead side in early and mid game. People will say you gotta stay off the congested side if you want to avoid mid game fights. And all of those concepts that apply to early and mid game also apply to end game. As you can see, we're the only team on left side here. We're able to recycle some builds, and the advantages of being on dead side and end game are, first of all, if you're to the very far left, you're not going to have to build to your left because the only thing there is zone. Obviously in this game we're not to the far left. If you want me to make a whole separate video on dead side, I can, but I'm not going to go too in depth in this video. But the second thing it does for you is it allows you to kind of hide behind things and stay out of your opponent's sights. If you're on the congested side, most people are going to be looking at other people on the congested side. But if you're far away from everyone else, most people aren't going to be looking at you, and you're going to have a pretty free rotate and save mats. If we fast forward in this game, as you can see, most people are like out of mats at this point, and we still have like 200, 300 mats. We ended up taking height in this game, and this is the second thing I want to talk about, is just a little glance. One of my teammates just glanced up, saw there was one person on height, and then we took height and ended up winning the game, just like that. I know this game wasn't like crazy stacked, but just glancing is never gonna hurt. If you glance up and you see like 3 teams up there, there's a bunch of people fighting, and you're like, okay, this is just a terrible idea. That is totally fine, because glancing is not gonna do anything. Obviously, you could get shot a little, but just a little glance, just a quick glance. Don't really start building up, just look up. Okay, there's 3 people, we're not gonna go. Oh, there's literally no one on height, let's take it. A lot of people will think they're on mid ground, and they're actually on high ground. So just glance up, a little glance is never gonna hurt. Okay, this game right here was our last game on NA East. We were behind on points. We knew we needed a good game to bump us up in the leaderboards. I'm not going to talk about this game. I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to turn the music up and let you guys watch. I will put a time on the screen right now if you want to skip ahead to the next game, but I'm just going to be quiet and let you guys watch. This is going to be the last game I go over in this video. We're actually on NA West in this game, so we had like 70 to 100 ping. We ended up taking height and we held it pretty much perfectly. There's not much we could have done better here. I know I've been going over a lot of examples on how to take height and not a lot on how to hold height. So I wanted to give you at least one on pretty much what you want to do every single time when you have height this late in the game. You want to have 2 people drop to low ground and you want to have them drop all their heals. So in this game, I had 4 floppers, 2 slurpfish, and 4 chug splash. So they drop all the way to low and we had 2 options here. We can either all sit on height and just kind of spray down and guaranteed win the game, or we can have 2 of them drop down and even if they die and they get 0 kills, we still win the game. So it's pretty much a win-win for us, and they ended up getting like 2 kills I think, so it ended up being worth it. And what you want to do when you're on height is you want to make sure, I'm building out of wood here, so the only way I die is if they spray me out. So as soon as both of my teammates go down, I run back into zone and I start popping my heals. From this point on, it's pretty simple. So have 2 teammates go down, 1 teammate stay up and pop all the heals. I ended up emoting here and we ended up winning this game pretty easily. That's going to be it for this video. If you made it all the way to the end, make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps me out a lot. I'm going to have a special surprise at 1,000 subscribers, so make sure to tell your friends to subscribe. You don't want to miss that. Those of you that have watched my previous videos know what time it is. It's time for the emoji of the day. Today's emoji is going to be a juice box emoji, so if you made it all the way to the end of the video, make sure to comment a juice box emoji so I know who made it to the end. I love you all so much. We're growing so fast and it's all because of you guys. See you guys in the next video.